repeat of the final of the China Masters from last year, and it's also a repeat of the World Championship final from just last month. The four-time world champions, the defending champions here at the China Masters, Hyun and Haifeng, up against the Korean pair of Xincheng and Yoo Yeon Seong. Well, it is the Koreans that choose ends and choose to start that far side of the court, or perhaps he was pointing towards his partner saying that Yoo Yeon Seong was going to be serving first. Well, here is Hyun, 31-year-old from Changzhou, Jiangsu province. They are the #1 pair in the world, and his 27-year-old partner Haifeng holds the record for the fastest smash in international competition. So the #1 seeds, Hyun and Haifeng, up against the #4 seeds from Korea, Xincheng and Yoo Yeon Seong. Haifeng and his partner, not only holders but 2 times winners of this China Masters. First in 2007, beat Kido and Setio won in the final, and then last year beating their opponents of today. In fact, they're trying to make it through to their 5th final here at the China Masters, because they've twice been beaten finalists, 2006 and 2009. I say beaten finalists because in 2009 they gave a walkover to their teammates Xincheng and Changzhou. So here is Xincheng, 24-year-old, and his partner, 25-year-old Yoo Yeon Seong, turned 25 on the 19th of August. And of course, for the Koreans, that silver medal at the World Championships last month at Wembley. Same venue as the 2012 London Olympic Games. No, 2 titles for the Koreans this year, the Swiss Grand Prix. Second consecutive year that they won that title, but of course, last year, 2010, the Swiss was a Superseries event. And also winners of last week in Taipei. Korean pair beat their teammates Changzhou and Li-Ning in the final in Taipei last week. So 3 finals this year for the Koreans, for the Chinese pair. 4 titles in the last 4 tournaments played. That is remarkable for Hyun and Haifeng.
On my right, Li-Ning, China. And on my left, Haifeng and Yoo Yeon Seong, Korea.
So here in the semi-final of the Li-Ning China Masters, a repeat of the final from a year ago and a repeat of the final from the World Championships last month. This is the 6th meeting between these 2 pairs, the 5th incidentally this year. And of the previous 5 meetings, every one has been won by Hyun and Haifeng. In fact, it's only once gone to 3 games. It was in the quarterfinal of the All England earlier this year. and I suspect the 5 previous meetings between these two pairs, the psychological impact of that on this semi-final will be considerable. A bit like if you were with us yesterday seeing Tina Baun of Denmark playing against Wang Xin in the women's singles. 7-0 record in favour of the Chinese left-handed player, and in all honesty they went on to court, and it looked very much to me as if Tina Baun didn't quite know or understand how she was going to win the rallies, win the points. Of course she would have gone on to court. She's a very positive athlete, believing she could win, and this would be the occasion it would happen. But as soon as the match starts and start losing rallies, cannot help but remember those previous occasions when you've been beaten. Sure, I'll have all the sports psychologists tearing their hair out with what I've just said, but in reality, that was certainly my experience. Very difficult psychologically when you keep losing to a particular player or pair, to have that real inner belief that you can indeed win. Wide, and all very fast and furious. Makes it very exciting to watch. Both these pairs do love to play flat, fast exchanges, like to play a quick game. Indecision. Oh my goodness, he got it back. Well, he's never adverse to throwing himself around the court in an effort to retrieve the shuttle. Goes Hyun. Great athletic play. So physically strong as well. Very powerful athlete. And I was very interested to see the Korean coaching staff experiment with Ko Sung-hyun playing a couple of tournaments with Lee Yong-dae, the US and Canadian Opens, just a couple of months ago, and they won them both. It's a partnership of the future. wide. Last time that this Chinese combination lost in individual tournament play was in the semi-final of the All England Championships in March earlier this year. Lost out to the Malaysians Koo Kian Kiat and Tan Boon Hyung. So 6 months without losing in individual competition. Pretty impressive. Never more than 2 points separating these two pairs all the way through this opening game so far. Oh, that's unbelievable. What a smash. The elevation, the power and the precision. Absolutely lethal combination. Going wide. They're gaining no advantage whatsoever with the flick serve. Yoo Yeon Seong absolutely pouncing on it. Jump from that ready position. Level once again. Hyun calling to his partner to leave it. He turned around and looked, and for one ghastly moment I thought if Haifeng tries to play it, very danger of hitting his partner with the shuttle. Unfortunately that didn't happen. It could not be closer at the mid-game interval. Just 1 point in it. (11-10). That's clever play from Haifeng. A little block, a change of pace, immediately moves forward. And that's an area of his game that he really has improved so much, the left-hander. Gone are the days where his partner was in total control of the front of the court, and Haifeng just really wanted to be at the back using his big smash. Now a much more complete player. Still not probably quite as good as Hyun at the front of the court, but he is greatly improved, there's no doubt about that. Sang-hyun. Everyone looked towards the umpire as if to appeal the line call. It was close, but I think it was a correct call. He's not just quite so confident at the front of the court as his partner, making the error with the interception, but it's good to see him willing to try. Superb. Run of 4 straight points takes the Koreans back into the lead. Wow. 5 straight points. No, clearly wasn't ready. Players do seem to take an awfully long time, though, to get ready. They applaud. 6 straight points from 10-13 down to 16-13 up against the 4-time world champions. Yeah, it was an opportunity, and the reaction of his partner, Ko Sang-hyun, was very telling. Desperately disappointed his partner missed that last one. Good defense. Long. Almost a stunning silence from the crowd here in Changzhou. Both of these Korean men have really improved their games in general by playing mixed doubles as well. There's a lot more thought to where they're placing the shuttle. Good use of a change of pace, slightly slower shot rather than playing everything at 100 miles an hour. That's terrific. Exquisite shot from Hyun. The power one looks as if it's going to be hard again, and then just flips the shuttle down. Cute angle. Exemplifying the point I've made about the little block to the centre, the change of pace involving the net player. And now just 2 points away from this opening game. Oh, it's landed in. Misjudgment there from Yoo Yeon Seong. Yeah, it was well in. In badminton terms, that wasn't even close. Yeah, now wants to tell down. I'm surprised the umpire is allowing that. Play must be continuous apart from the mid-game intervals or in between games. That's the official rules, and of course the umpire has a bit of discretion on that, but when you're so close towards the end of the game, error on the return of serve, and now there's just 1 point in it. It was a very good low serve from Hyun. Oh my goodness me.
Okay.
Looking rally. Two game point now opportunities for the Koreans. Remember, only once previously have they won a game from their opponents. They lost all 5 previous matches and only once won a game. Oh, that's gone wide. One opportunity squandered. What a great flick serve. Was a game point saved. Previous was a missed opportunity. That was brilliantly saved by the Chinese. It's all level. 20 all once again as in the previous match. We will require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Points from 18-20 down. survived those 2 game point opportunities, and now the defending champions Hyun and Haifeng have a game point themselves. Not yet.
21 all.
21 all. Risky to try smashing across court. Hyun was there, but he made the error. And that error means that the Korean pair now have a 3rd game point opportunity. A fault by the umpire. I don't believe it. Well, he's saying over the nets. I do hope we'll be seeing that again. Well, he's pointing to the giant screen. He wants to see it again on the giant screen. Let's have a look. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Dearie, dearie me. At game points. Well, we could clearly see from the replay, he certainly wasn't over the net. Well, robbed.
22 all.
Well, in badminton, there's no facility for using video evidence to change an umpire's decision. Once the umpire has deemed something to be a fault, that's it. No going back on it. New racket. He's gone and got a new racket. Oh, it's all happening here now. Hyun smashed his rackets. He dashed off court, picked up a new racket, came back onto court, continued the rally. Look, off he goes. Racket was smashed. His partner covers. Back in the rally, and they win the points. Well, this is just extraordinary. So now at 23-22, a 2nd game point opportunity for the Chinese pair. That's short. Championship final. Opening game was 24-22. I'm going to go beyond that. Haifeng, delightful shots, just guiding the shuttle into the open space. That's the one, that does the damage. Well, having saved 3 game points, Haifeng now have a 3rd game point themselves. Well, I'm sure it will be debated long and hard about that fault that was called by the umpire. And we could clearly see that it wasn't. In fact, everybody in the stadium could clearly see because the replay was shown on the giant screen.
24 23. Play.
Game point. The third game point has been saved by the Koreans. 24. We have seen a 30-29 earlier in this competition. It was in the first round with Wang Shesian playing against Tai Si-ying from Taipei. Good defence. That's their favoured formation. Fu at the back of the court. Hyun finishing off the rally from the front. And it means that the world champions have a fourth game point opportunity. But it will be discussed long and hard about that fault that was called on Yoo Yeon Seong. Umpire claiming that he had taken the shuttle before it had crossed over the net. We could clearly see that that wasn't the case. But in the end, in just shy of 30 minutes, it's the defending champions Hyun and Haifeng will take the end of the game. 26-4.
너희들 집중을 안 해서 뭘 잡고 안 돼. 속도만 잡으면 돼. 돌려. 중간장에서 그런데 오늘 마지막에 같이 내려가야 돼, 같이. 그거는 같이. 공치게 가면 이기는 거 아니고. 위에서 만들었어. 위에서 만들었어.
Well, when the Koreans were 19-15 up in that opening game, and then they lost a couple of quick points, and then they had those game point opportunities. That's where the psychology of never having beaten your opponent starts to come in. And then you start saying to yourself, what on earth do I have to do to secure a victory? has to be said that normally at Super Series events, the BWF, the Badminton World Federation, ensure that there's a number of court officials from around the world so that you can ensure impartiality on all matches, but according to the list I've been given, there's one Korean umpire and one Indonesian, and apart from that, all the court officials are Chinese. So obviously in a situation like this, you've got Chinese players playing against Koreans. Service fault called. Well, things just not going the Koreans' way, are they? I'm pretty certain both the match officials are Chinese. I have to say, most of the players' serves look as if they come too high to my own eye, but I don't go through the sort of training that these court officials do. Certainly the idea of where the waist is has changed by different definitions since I was playing. And so the players are legally allowed to serve much higher than they used to be able to.
자, 지지 마, 지지 마.
That is brilliant. Great change of pace and great agility from Hyun. Remained on balance. Unless the Koreans are awfully careful and just suspect that the Chinese pair might start to really stamp their authority on this. Yeah, they needed that rally, did the Koreans.
3-6.
Oh, it's called goods.
4-6.
Left stranded for Haifeng. Between the two Chinese players. Didn't seem to make any difference though, because as soon as it had been decided that Kai was going to play the smash, Haifeng was so fast coming forward. Oh, that's a good flick serve. That is a bit of one-upmanship, because Haifeng was left stranded with a flick serve just a moment ago. And that's sent a very clear message to the Koreans. Don't mess with me. Flick serve me, I'll do the same back to you. All that intrigue of sports psychology. Who's going to get the upper hand mentally? built a 5-point cushion here. Biggest difference we've had in the match so far in either game.
Service over. 5-9.
Great reaction speed at the net from Yoo Yeon Seong. Mind you, Hyun did well to get that first one back.
Service over. 7-10.
Real signs to me that the Koreans have their belief just seeped from their bodies.
그래서 이겨야 돼. 그래 진짜 이겨. 어? 나이스.
끝까지 어?
Serve. Hyun.
몰라. 끝까지 같이 하이를 데리고 가.
Body language very concerning for Korean fans. Oh, he's dropped his racket, picked it up. My goodness. Oh, and then the dive, but earlier on in that rally, Hyun inadvertently dropped his racket. Well, we're seeing the final shot. It was early on in that rally.
Correct. 8-11, correct.
Put that away with venom. You cannot ever afford to give anything loose at the front of the court to Hyun. Yeah, once again, the body language of the Koreans very concerning. There's only 3 points in it. They have to start really believing in themselves again. That's good sign, talking to each other, offering encouragement. Turn of serve is out, that's a gifted point, and now there's only 2 points in it.
Service over. 13-10.
I think one of the things that makes Hyun and Haifeng so special, and why they've won so many tournaments over the years, they really have this ability to sense the big points, the important points, not just when the score is close, but seem to be able to sense when they need to push a little harder and just open up a little gap between them and their opponents.
Service over.
Error on the serve.
11.
Well, he's not happy, is he? It's called a fault earlier. Perhaps just adjusted his service action.
Service over. 12-15.
Oh, the Koreans desperately need a little run of points right here, right now. Oh, that's a brilliant serve.
13-15.
Well, the psychological games continue. Well, it wasn't called a fault, but obviously Chinese pair think that he came a little high. So far out of position, I'm not sure I would have left that. It was just wide, but it was desperately close. I think I would have chosen just to put it away. Yeah, very calm.
14.
Gasp from the crowd here as he missed that smash. But the Chinese pair were 5 points in front at one stage at 9-4. And they're still keeping their noses in front, though.
17-13.
Goodness, he missed it. Unbelievable. Oh my word. Terrific. couldn't attack it. Fu Haifeng fly into the net, and all of a sudden it's back level. The Koreans have done very well here, because I thought earlier on in this second game they were just losing their mental discipline. Got themselves together again. Regroup. Back focused. Oh, but that's a magnificent smash from Fu Haifeng. Inch perfect. Situations, I think it has tended to be Fu Haifeng of the two Chinese players who tends to feel the pressure a little bit more. And the Koreans will be aware of that. 18 all. Well, they tried the flick serve yet again. This time Fu Haifeng was not to be fooled. Away from the 5th final here at the China Masters. Now just the 1 point required. A look of anguish on the face of Ko Sung-kyung. 2 match points for the defending champions. Hyun and Fu Haifeng, the number 1 seeds, their run of form continues. Won the last 4 tournaments that they've played. They're through to a 5th consecutive final in individual competition. Not beaten in individual play since March at the semi-final of the All England Championships. And there's no doubting who is the best men's doubles pair in the world at the moment. It is Hyun and Fu Haifeng, safely through to tomorrow's final with victory over Ko Sung-kyung and Yoo Yeon Seong. 26-24, 21-18. Confirmation of the score. Just under 51 minutes.